folks, it's Buzzword time. I'll be your player today, Jack. And we're going to have 20 questions total today about pop culture and sports. And each question is going to be a series of clues that go from more obscure to more well known. I'm going to try to buzz in as soon as I can, get them right, and get a bunch of points. If this seems like a cool thing that you want to try, you can do it yourself. You can go to naqt.com/buzzword and see what games they have. If it's still 2023, they're going to have at least 41 more weeks of this at your disposal. So go check it out. And the usual YouTube stuff. If you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out other videos on the channel. That would be great. All right, here we go. Question 1.
The 2020 indie game Paprium is exclusive to this game console, which was the first console to have a Madden football title. Ads for this console, which had a 6-button controller, boasted that it does what Nintendo...
There was a there was a Genesis exclusive game in 2020. Oh, that seems like the nerd stuff that would happen. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Aha! Take that, Nintendo. You only blew Sega completely out of the water in that generation. And all further generations.
This character's niece, Billy, helped him to run a bar known as this character's place. He sings the lyric, "Boy, the way Glenn Miller played," in the song.
Yeah, Archie's Place. That's a sequel to All in the Family. Or one of the spin-offs to All in the Family. Yeah, the Jeffersons was a spin-off. I guess Archie's Place was technically the sequel, since it had the same main character.
This man starred in a 2022 film based on an 1863 photo of the scourged back of a man named Peter. This star of emancipation won an Oscar for playing a Compton native who trains his daughters as athletes.
Oh. Yeah, he won for King Richard as Richard Williams. And then some other stuff happened at that ceremony.
One of this musician's hits was titled after a recurring line from the John Wayne film The Searchers. The Beatles took their name as a reference to this man's band, the Crickets. For 10 points, what singer of That'll Be the Day died with...
Yeah, it's Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly and the Crickets. As usual, when the Day the Music Died comes up, I will say that plane was on its way to play a concert in my hometown. But they only made it to Iowa, sadly.
The EP Black Rain collects songs made for this series by Avenged Sevenfold. A 2014 game in this series included a QuickTime event that told players to press F to pay respect.
I think it was Call of Duty that had press F to pay respects. Yeah. 2 video game questions? I like it. That may just mean we don't get any in week 8. Not my wheelhouse video game questions, but I'll take any video game questions you got.
In this film, a man is shot beneath a mural of a leader with the quote, "I keep my promises just as I keep those of others." Ugarte gives this film's hero letters of transit that he hides in Sam's piano.
Yeah, that's Casablanca. Sam's piano. Play it again. Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by. It was kind of funny because when they were talking about, on that Archie Bunker question, when they were talking about somebody's place, I thought they were talking about maybe Sam's place from Casablanca. But maybe just some weird prescience there.
A man on this TV show has his shirt drenched by Reversey Toilet. The slacker
Mercy.
Tariq dates this show's protagonist, who lives in Philadelphia and befriends a new colleague named Gregory. Janine Teagues is played by show creator Quinta Brunson on...
Yeah. Yep, I do not know much about Abbott Elementary, but I do know about Quinta Brunson.
Chris Claremont controversially depicted this character being sexually assaulted by guards in Genosha. A botched attack on Carol Danvers led to this woman leaving her adopted mother, Mystique, to seek help from Professor X. For 10 points, what member of the X-Men absorbs people...
Yeah, that was rogue. When I said Genosha, I knew we were in the X-Men universe. But I didn't have that clue. And I forgot that Mystique was her adoptive mom for a while.
The first episode of SNL included this man's Mighty Mouse bit.
Yeah, it's just Andy Kaufman. It's just him standing in front of the red curtain playing the Mighty Mouse theme on a gramophone or a whatever you want to. I guess it probably wasn't technically a gramophone, on a record player, and then very boldly acting out the "Here I come to save the day" part. That was a very quick buzz. Not 100% sure I'm going to get best buzz on that. I'm like 20% sure I'll get best buzz on that.
This artist wears a blonde bowl cut wig in the video for a song that punningly pleads, "Don't leave, it's my fault." The cover of his most recent album depicts an ID card including the surname Baudelaire. The 2019 hit Earthquake is by, for 10 points, what rapper of Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost?
Uh, all right. I was hopeful we could get through and get a 10 out of 10, but then they did recent pop music. But solid score this week. Would have been 10 out of 10 would have been nice, but still a solid score. Maybe a best buzz on Andy Kaufman. I doubt it, but maybe. We'll find out. Let's head over to sports. As promised, sports questions. Let's go.
John Smallwood claimed that a man was drunk when he mentioned this activity 22 times. In a press conference, a player claimed, "I'm not shoving this activity aside."
We talk about practice. Not a game. Practice. They gotta be talking about the Allen Iverson legendary press conference. Best press conference. Best sports press conference of all time. I'm gonna say it. Not a game. Practice.
This quarterback led the Rams to a win in their last home game in St. Louis. While defending a pass thrown by this man, safety Marcus Williams missed a tackle, allowing a touchdown by...
Now, Case Keenum. My dog. My Minneapolis Miracle. Marcus Williams. Gonna be... not really posterized, but man, he's gonna be on the bad side of that. I hope the best. I hope the best for Marcus Williams. Oh, man. That Minneapolis Miracle. Good stuff. Good stuff.
After winning a silver medal, this athlete said the gold medalist was going to get out here and cry again, a jab at Oksana Bayul. At Cobo Arena in 1994, she screamed, "Why? Why?" after an incident planned by...
Nancy Kerrigan? Yeah. Yeah, Nancy Kerrigan was the victim of the knee piping incident.
In 1979, this
Mm-hmm.
man won a race whose finish included a televised fight between Cale Yarborough and the Allison brothers.
Who
He
won
picked
that?
up his record 200th win at the 1984 Firecracker 400, driving his trademark number 43 Pontiac. For 10 points, what NASCAR driver nicknamed the King?
Yeah, it was Richard Petty. I should have just went in with Richard Petty on record. Record 200th. Yeah, that's Richard Petty. But I was just waiting for more confirmation.
After Kenny Rogers, this man was the second pitcher over 40 to start and win a World Series game. A company he founded went bankrupt after securing...
Oh. That's a video game question. Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Kurt Schilling. Not a great person. But yeah, he post baseball, he founded a video game company in Maryland and took a bunch of tax incentives and then put out a bad game and took a bunch of the tax incentive money and didn't put it into the company. Yeah. But the Bloody Sock was pretty good.
In 2016, this man initially denied, then later apologized for, lecturing Dylan Brooks in a handshake line. In 2022, this coach's team lost 81-77 in a rivalry game in the Final Four to North Carolina in his final game. John Shire replied...
You're really gonna make me say try to spell Mike Krzyzewski? I don't know if they're gonna give me that. I'm showing knowledge. I didn't put the R in. They may get me on the R. But it's Mike Krzyzewski. They really made me try to spell his name. Generosity. I ask Buzzword for generosity.
In 2010, a boxer from this country beat Antonio Margarita to become an octuple champion by winning titles in 8 weight divisions. In 1975, this country hosted a 14-round bout between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. For 10 points, what...
Oh. Yeah, it's just the Philippines. That was the Thrilla in Manila, and then they were just talking about what's his name? I should know his name. Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was the first boxer they're talking about.
A player with this surname broke Brady Anderson's franchise single-season home run record in 2013 and batted 168 in 2018. Each year from 2015 to 2018, another player with this surname batted exactly 247. For 10 points, give this surname of A's slugger Chris with a K, and...
Okay. That was some very specific knowledge about Davis's. I like it. That was hats off to whoever got really quick on that one, because that's here's some really weird, odd stat stuff that happened in baseball. You know the weird fact that there was a Davis with a .247? That was great. That's a great question. Hard to get in. That's a real niche question.
This man's aversion to playing for coach Frank Cush led him to threaten to join the Yankees unless the Colts traded him. In 1987, this quarterback led his team 98 yards in 37 seconds to beat Cleveland in The Drive. For 10 points...
At Elway? No, I think that was too early for Elway. It was Elway. Yeah. I overthought that. All right, I think this one has to be a hockey question.
In 1988, this NHL team's coach, Jim Schoenfeld, was suspended for telling a referee to have another donut. A 2005 NHL rule that created the trapezoid targeted this team's 3 times...
That's the Devils. The Martin Brodeur rule. Did I go 8? I think I would not. I think I got 18 this week between the two. I only missed 2 questions. I'll take that. And there are 3 video game questions. The stealth video game theme. I love it. Give me more, Buzzword. I guess we'll see if they give me Mike Krzyzewski. It's possible they won't, but I think I showed knowledge, at least. We'll see. Anyway, that was a fun one. Hope you enjoyed it too. We'll be back with more Buzzword next week. Until then, I think that's where I should have said a catchphrase if I had one, but I don't. So we'll just see you later.